Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Classics, and today's game is TIE Fighter, released by LucasArts for DOS in 1994, and later in a CD Special Edition for Windows 95. And when I was younger, I had the DOS floppy disk version, but I lost that a long time ago. I still have the manual, but anyway, I picked up the CD version for compatibility reasons because I really like to use DOSBox as little as possible. And TIE Fighter is not the first game in its series. It's actually a sequel to a bunch of X-Wing games that came out before it, which I'll probably review as well. But I really like Star Wars games that either let you play as the Empire or who's ever evil, or like switch between the two factions. So now let's talk about the story. You're a TIE Fighter pilot in the Imperial Navy just after the Battle of Hoth. And you are stationed in the Hoth system due to increased ship traffic there, which the Empire suspects is part of a rebel plan to ferry troops still stationed there to other systems in the galaxy. It's not the thickest plot in the world, but it does a very good job of setting the stage for the missions to come, as doing battle with the rebels is just a small sliver of the pie of opportunity that TIE Fighter has to offer you.
This rebel stronghold has no hope of escape. Commence the attack.
And TIE Fighter doesn't progress in a linear fashion, so you can transfer yourself between different battles if you get frustrated. So now let's talk about the controls, and I'm going to keep this as brief as possible, but so you have to have a joystick to play TIE Fighter. Back in the day, I used one of these pieces of junk, and today I use a Wingman Extreme Digital 3D. They're both really good, and they work brilliantly for this game. Where it gets confusing is with keyboard controls, which are mandatory, since no joystick back in the day had enough buttons. Anyway, so the primary one you need to know is K brings up the menu that tells you what all the keyboard commands are. G brings up the goals menu, which is essentially your mission objectives. And one that's extremely important is F9, because it dictates how much energy you put into your lasers. And if you don't do anything with it, you'll run out of laser power in your mission, and you won't know what to do. So yeah, just hit F9. Also keep in mind that the higher your laser recharge rate is, the slower you will go. And then later on you'll have a ship with shields where you'll have to balance your energy between the two. The targeting system also takes a while to get used to, but it's alright. The heads-up display is also very well thought out, where the circle in the top left indicates targets that are in front of you, and the circle in the top right, targets that are behind you. Then you have your energy meters that tell you how much you're recharging in your shields or your lasers, and then your ship's total energy. And then the targeting computer in the center is very helpful in how it tells you how far away you are from an enemy, and it gives you the general orientation that they are towards you. Finding out about mission objectives can be done by talking to the flight officer on this screen, or if you talk to the cloaked figure in the back, you can find out about the secret objectives of the mission. Do well enough on the secret objectives and you get to come here to join the Secret Order of the Emperor.
Serve the Emperor above all others.
And just as you gain rank by doing well in missions, you can gain rank in the Secret Order of the Emperor by serving him better, which is indicated by these tattoos. And as I was saying before, this game has a lot of options, like the Battle Simulator and the Training Simulator, which is what I'm going to be showing off now. And in the Training Simulator, you can fly any ship that's in the game. And I particularly like this mode because it's as close to an arcade game as I got back in the day, as I grew up in the armpit of California. And it plays out very much like an arcade game where you're given a time limit to go through a set number of obstacles, and then at the end it tallies up how much time you have left, adds onto your score, and then you go on to the next one, which is more difficult. You can gain time by shooting targets, or by completing a set of tunnels. The thing I like about this mode is, as monotonous as it is, it's fun enough to be its own game, but it's just a nice little mini game off to the side, which is there to help familiarize yourself with how to fly a TIE fighter. Aw, come on, I was almost there. Oh well, one day I'll get to level 12. TIE Fighter is great. And with all the features and activities and content that TIE Fighter offers, it really makes it pretty much my favorite Star Wars flying game. That's right, I easily put this game a few cuts above Factor 5's excellent Rogue Squadron games. But anyway, that is my review for TIE Fighter. I'm Ribara, signing out.